Hello! What's good, everybody? It's your boy Roman Puss here with some more OPBR character concepts. Now, I know I haven't done this in a minute, but they actually take a minute to do and get done. But before we start, make sure you check me out streaming live on Twitch every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, sometimes Sunday, depends on the day, at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and also on YouTube at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday, Sunday. So be sure to check me out there. Also, follow my socials down below. They'll be going out throughout the whole video, so you can check me out on those. We'll be doing fun stuff on Twitter and stuff, so check me out. But anyways, for today's character concept video, we're going to be going over the one, the only, the Donquixote family. And we got our boy Dolphy, we got our boy Trebol, and we got ourselves Pica and Diamante. So I did the full character concepts. We got their skills, we got their traits, we got their everything down to a T. All Bandai has to do is make the character models and create the animations for the skills, and they'd be done. Maybe a little broken. Again, we want to tune down the numbers, but that's all right. Let's dive in and let's look at them. Okay, you guys, first things first, we have our boy, the one, the only, the king of them all, Doflamingo. I was going to make this like a hyper kind of mode, Doflamingo, but I ended up turning it into a young Dolphy, since we had young Dolphy in the leaks. So I doubt this is how they're going to do them, but I think it'd be kind of a fun implementation. I had him as a red defender, so I have him Doflamingo head commander. That's supposed to actually be Donquixote, but you know how it is. Young Dolphy, he's going to have like 8,600 HP, 1834 attack, defense. I don't know, the stats really don't matter too much, but I just kind of want to do that. But red defender, we need a defender, we need a popular defender, and we just need more popular defenders for them to be played, because all that's played right now is like attackers, and no one likes playing defenders, so we really need more like fun and enjoyable like attackers or defenders that people actually want to play. So I threw him in and did that, like wanted him to be playable like that. Okay, next, here we have his skills. I have Off-White and Feather Thread. We'll get into them. First things first is going to be the skill 1. For skill 1, the Off-White, Dolphy summons 2 pillars of strings that serve as a shield and slap enemies in front immediately. Has damage about 683 and a cooldown of about 29 seconds. So, pretty alright. Don't judge me on these little animation, like the little cut things of the pictures. I'm not the God Gives artist, and I actually just took them from the anime, so I didn't even draw them out. So, I was just cutting them out. But anyways, next up is the skill 2. Alright, for our skill 2, we're going to have Feather Thread. We're going to shoot multiple strings in a curved direction in a mid-attack. He actually does it in the anime. I think it'll look really cool. It'll be like a big swipe, and it'll like swing forward, and it'll actually hit a like wide radius. So if you're within like a big like half crescent moon in front of him, you're going to get hit by this, and it'll be insane. So it'll be 893 damage. I wanted fat damage, be a little bit longer of a cooldown. Maybe we'll have ways to reduce that. I'm not fully sure how I want to do that yet, because I don't want it to be too OP, but we'll maybe have to change some numbers on these. But you know, you guys know my numbers are usually a little bit OP, so we'd have to make some slight modifications on that. But anyways, let's dive into the young boy's traits. Alright, for our traits, we got our character traits. So first character trait, every 6 seconds. This goes for at the beginning of the game, you start at 10 seconds. At 2 minutes left in the game, you have 8 seconds. At 1 minute left in the game, you have 6 seconds. You will spawn a pillar string, and it'll be based off minutes in the game. It'll spawn a pillar string, and that will randomly attack the nearest enemy opponent for, I'm not really sure how much damage yet, but probably like 200 something base damage or something, and then scale with his attack. And yeah, so random pillars will spawn around him, like attached to like walls and stuff, like right on where he's at, so it'll like hit people. So he can kind of get like a little tentacle fortress per se around his treasures, and they'll just randomly attack people as like Dolphy's just sitting there defending. For every pillar near a treasure area, Dolphy never treasure area where Dolphy is in, he gains 20% damage reduction up to 3 stacks. So that's kind of fat and maybe too much damage reduction, but it's kind of nice. And you'll be able to kill pillars. You'll be able to attack pillars, so you can like kind of knock them down. But Dolphy's not just gonna sit there and let you do that. So that is the thing. When at 1 HP, gain 15% HP. I wanted to keep that one because that's what Dolphy has. And yeah, make it like a revive. I don't know, keep it like how Dolphy has it. Just make sure he has a revive and he can stay tanky and stuff. When in your treasure area, Dolphy gains 30% damage reduction. Every defender has that. I kind of have to do that. When on your treasure area, 30% damage increase. I want him to be attacking and I want him to do damage. So I want him to be able to fight these kids. Next up, now to trait 2s. We got, when a pillar string hits an enemy, Dolphy heals for 5% of his HP. So these things are going to keep rapidly hitting, and he's going to keep healing. And yeah, especially like when you use your skill 1, when you do it and you summon the tentacles and they hit him, you'll heal for 10% of your HP. Maybe I'm off that number. I don't know. I'm not sure. No, it's only skill 1, so yeah, you're fine. You heal 10% HP whenever you use skill 1. That's pretty OP. When attacked by an enemy with a buff, minus damage by 10%. Maybe increase that to 20%. I'm not sure, because that'll be good for Odin and Roger, so it'll be handy. And so yeah, that is our young Dolphy concept. I think I could add a little bit to him. Like if I were to I think I kind of did him first, so I would just wait because I did the others like way more in depth. Like I have a lot more like different stuff to him. I think I could add some stuff to Dolphy to make him like a little bit touch better. But so far I think he's pretty balanced. He has a lot of damage reduction. So yes, he can get to 100% damage reduction naturally. Will be kind of ridiculous with metals. So maybe I'd have to tone down some numbers for sure. I think, but yeah, that's all right. You know my numbers is kind of a little bit wonky when we're doing it. Alright, next up, you guys, we have the one, the only, the one of the most unpopular characters probably in all the show, but I love him, and he's amazing, is our boy Trebol. I want him to be Green Defender. I don't know what it is about me always wanting my favorite characters to be Green Defenders, but I love my Green Defenders, so I want him to be that. My boy Trebol, he's got the Sticky Fruit, or Beta Nome, whatever you call it. He's got 9k HP, 1900, and 2k defense. I think I would need to potentially buff Dolphy's stats. I think my Dolphy stats, going back and looking at how I have all the others, I think they need to be a little bit higher. But Green Defender, I really want him that. Maybe you can have a support tag between all the like Doflamingo family. They already have a Doflamingo family tag. So I think they could put together like a support tag if you have all of them in there. Green Defender, why I wanted Green Defender, I don't know. You always have the wonky weird characters as greens, defenders, like greens in general. And then I want him to be Defender for sure. So he's going to be a very kind of Blackbeard-esque vibes. But here is my skills. We got Sticky Chain and the Sticky Launcher. Let's look at the Sticky Chain and see what it does. Beta Chain, I kind of go back and forth between calling it Beta and Sticky. Don't judge me. I just kind of refer to it as both. Trebol sticks to chain to the nearest, sticks to chain to an enemy, whips them on the ground, slams them in front of him, and inflicts a goo effect. And honestly, I probably want to add a slow to this actually, like maybe like a 10% slow. Damage about 498 and cooldown 21 seconds. This is very similar to Blackbeard's Suckle, like Blackbeard's skill 1, except like Trebol, like they ain't gonna stagger out of this shit. So you like Blackbeard just like pulls them, but like I'm gonna stick a chain to them and I'm gonna whip them up and whip them down in front of me, so they're gonna get hit and they're gonna be knocked down. So yeah, it's kind of similar to that. I've always wanted it to be like that. Skill 2, Beta Baton Launcher. Trebol shoots multiple goos, a flammable goo at the enemy. If they're gooed, then they will take extra explosive damage. So it will be flaming. When we use this skill, it does 543 damage, and it will be doubled if you're gooed already. So basically, if you've been gooed, you'll take double damage. It's kind of gnarly. It's kind of fat damage, and you'll have a cooldown of 29 seconds. Basically, you shoot a bunch of like flaming globs at people. Oh, my alarm. Yeah, basically a bunch of flaming globs at people, and they'll kind of explode. And it'll kind of just like spurt out in like, I don't know what kind of direction. Maybe like all around them. Maybe like 4 globs. I don't know. Or just one in front of him, a couple in front of him, like in a cone shape. I'm not positive fully how like the shape of that, but however Bandai chooses to work that. Next up is our traits. We got oh, I love these traits. I don't know. I really love the way I did him. When attacking an enemy, Trebol has a 15% chance to goo the enemy. Inflicts Trebol with goo armor after not taking damage for 5 seconds. I'm gonna go into what goo armor is in a second on this. When inflicted with goo armor, Trebol has 40% damage reduction, maybe a little bit high. When taking 4 hits or more within 4 seconds, Trebol will lose goo armor. So this is nice because like things like Roger's skills, Roger doesn't usually hit like a bunch of times, but I want people who hit a bunch of times kind of to prosper a little more. And honestly, I might move that to 5 hits, maybe 5 hits. I think that'd make it nice. But maybe no, 5 hits might be too hard because you always get knocked down after 4. So 4 hits seems right. When Trebol on his treasure, reduce damage by 30%, typical for a defender. When attacked by an enemy, 10% chance to inflict goo, so that'll be nice, so you always have a chance to inflict them. And you have attacking them, always a chance to inflict them as well. Trait 2, when attacking a gooed enemy, 20%, plus 20% damage increase, so more damage, let's go baby. When on treasure area, plus damage, plus 10% damage reduction. I don't know why I just like add another one. What is that? So that's like already 80% damage reduction. That seems pretty good if you have your good armor on. When attacked by enemy, nullify their heals for 5 seconds. This way, people who heal on kills won't be able to heal on kills anymore. So it's just kind of like a twist, just so like you don't benefit from actually killing him. So I kind of like things like that. It'll be kind of fun. So we need more anti-heal in the game, to be honest. And honestly, this one's not bad. This one just means like you're not going to heal when you kill them. So it doesn't hurt the enemy, but it doesn't help them as well, obviously. So it's kind of nice, and it kind of like stops them and dumpsters them a little bit. So I really like that. I wanted to do that, and that's my boy Trebol. All right, you guys. Next up, we have the one, the only, your boy Diamante. I went back and forth. I always screamed like Red Runner, but I was just like, you know what? We have way too many Red Runners. Blue Runner seems just as fine, so I really wanted Blue Runner. Also, he might be a little overstat. Maybe I don't know. 8,500 HP is actually pretty like kind of lower-ish. Attack 2246, maybe a little bit too high for a runner, so I may have to tone that down actually. And 1876 defense seems pretty like valid. That one seems fine. The defense is probably fine, especially with what his stuff entails. Here's his skills. He's got Half Moon Glaive and Ground Ripple. Most of these attacks actually name them off of the real anime, so these are kind of like actually full on. Skill 1, Half Moon Glaive. Diamante swings his sword, creating an air projectile that ripples through the ground. There we go, like straightforward motion. Honestly, nothing too crazy, but it'll be kind of fun. 487 damage, 22-second cooldown. Nice little like lower damage, lower cooldown ability. Skill 2, Diamante creates a ground wave around him in all directions and knocks back enemies in all directions. So this will create like a little wave, like it'll make the floor wave around him. And it'll do 746 damage, cooldown 34 seconds, and a ripple effect will maintain and last for 20 seconds. So if you have the ripple effect, it'll kind of like stagger you if you're around him when you're fighting him. So it's kind of pog. Maybe nerf that down to 10 seconds, probably 20 seconds, a little bit too long. Maybe a little bit too long. As for traits, we got character traits. After a perfect dodge, enter flag state. When in flag state, 100% chance to ignore damage from skills. Yes, I know. Sounds a little bit like insane, but it'll be nice for Rogers and Odins and people who just like his skills are just so abundant now. So I want to kind of nerf skills because it's always just like one shot every one shot by abilities. Basic attacks don't even matter that much anymore. So I really wanted to take advantage and kind of like nerf that. So I want basic attacks to be used a little more often now. Yeah, so 100% chance to ignore damage from skills and take 1.5 damage from basic attacks. So it's pretty nice. You'll take increased damage from basic attacks, but like you are a flag, like he'll be like waving and stuff, and when he's in his flag state, so it'll be kind of fun. It'll be kind of cool, especially if I really wanted to like reward perfect dodgers and too, like, so it'll be kind of fun. When capturing a treasure, heal 25% HP. That's pretty, like, I really like that as a runner, so it's really nice. When in flag state, increase attack by 10% for each skill dodge. So if Rogers keeps wailing on you with abilities, then you'll get rewarded for it. Only up to 30%. I didn't want to go too high on this. He's already, like, going to be pretty strong in flag state, so it's kind of nice. But also, like, I know people will learn kind of to not hit it, but you know how your teammates always are, and teammates will hit him and will give him a buff and will do that. So honestly, I think he's actually like pretty balanced. But on Thirst basic attack, knockback enemy, I want to just add a knockback on that. Honestly, I don't know if this one actually makes true sense. I might actually want to change this and go back and change this. It's kind of just out of place, but it's like an alright. I just wanted it kind of for Odin, to be honest. I wanted to add like more like third basic attack things, so I like the knockback effect. It'll be kind of nice, and it'll push him out and away from stuff, so kind of adds a little fun. When knocking down an enemy 2 times, remove all buffs and damage reduction for 5 seconds. So if I go 1, 2, 3, and then I'm still fighting you, and I go 1, 2, 3, I'll probably have to do within a period of seconds. But yeah, it'll be nice. And yeah, so I that one's like interesting. That one would be awfully difficult, and I don't know if Bandai can actually implement that one, but I really liked it and the way it works, so I was kind of fogging. I'm enjoying that one. I really like that one a lot. Alright, you guys, and lastly is our boy Pica Swan. Now, he's got a red attacker. I kind of went back and forth. I was kind of thinking defender, but like I was like, you know what? We actually need red attackers. A little more of that. As much as I don't care for reds, you know, this kid I would love to play, and I think I made Pica maybe the most broken of them all. Well, you'll see on the traits. Pica, 8,900 attack HP is probably a little bit too high. Attack 2256, and then defense 1846, pretty like close to Diamante. Your skills, you're gonna have Stone Gear, and we're gonna have Dancing Stone. So pretty normal. Let's go into skill 1. Nice Stone Gear. Pica gathers storm to form an armor like you're around him, protecting him, and then he's gonna like smash on the ground. I kind of didn't like emphasize the smashing on the ground. But the stone armor will protect him from any critical hits and eliminate any stat modifications from the enemy when they're attacking him or he's attacking them. So, like defense buffs, Attack increases from the enemy don't matter. So, like, all that will be irrelevant when you're fighting Pica. And so, yeah, and well, obviously the skill will knock people back. This is Stone Gear. I guess I forgot to specify how long it'll last. It'll probably be about, like, 20 seconds. Probably a good 20 seconds. 534, ignore defense, and 35-second cooldown. Maybe need to, if it lasts 20 seconds, maybe need to increase the cooldown a little bit. But, you know, it's pretty good, pretty good. Next one, Dancing Stone. Pica sends a row of spikes in a forward movement, long range. It's just going to be like a long, like, cone range, or maybe like a straight line. Enemies impaled will be stuck to the stone for a period of time and be unable to move for 3 seconds. So basically, if you spear an enemy with the stones, they stuck there for, like, a long time. 3 seconds is a pretty good time. So it's basically like petrifying a unit, but not petrifying them. Because I'm so tired of Luffy being immune. I'm tired of people being immune to being, like, being able to, like, status effects. So, I don't know. This one's, like, seems like pretty alright. You could maybe, like, put a counter to this, but I don't know. This is a good, like, Luffy needs to be status affected by more people. So, damage 797, cooldown 23 seconds. Now, that one gets more interesting because that one has potential ways to get buffs. Now, let's go into the traits, alright? When in Stone Gear form, Pica's skill 2 will completely surround him instead of shooting in a single row in front of him. So basically, instead of just shooting a cone of spikes out in front of you, you'll shoot a cone of spikes, you'll like slam the ground, and it'll do a cone of spikes around you in a circular form. So if you skill 1 and then skill 2, it's going to be kind of gnarly. It's kind of crazy. When knocked down, enter Bosushoku Hockey State for 10 seconds. I'll go into what that does in a minute. When on enemy treasure, increase damage by 30%, typical for an attacker. When in Bosushoku Hockey State, reduce damage received by 50%, and if hit by a debuffing attack from enemy, increase stats by that amount instead. So if you're gonna get your damage reduced, your attack is reduced by 10%, it'll actually go up 10%. If you get your defense reduced by 30%, it'll go up 30%, and it'll cap out at 50, 50, and 30% movement speed. Now, I didn't forget about slows. Pica's gonna be zooming, boys. Pica's gonna be zooming. He's gonna be running around the map at 30% speed. But it also depends on, like, people who have to have debuffs, though. Because we are entering a hard debuffing meta, because everyone's trying to debuff Roger, and that's what Bandai's going with this direction, so it's kind of interesting. After killing an enemy, recover HP by 5%, up to 6 times over a period of 18 seconds. So this means for every 3 seconds, you'll recover HP by 5%. I kind of wanted this because it's not, like, too OP, because it has expanded over 18 seconds. So it's kind of nice, and if you get it, like, if you get a second kill while you're still healing, it'll just refresh the heal. So if you get 2 kills, you're not going to heal 60% of your HP. It'll just go back to wherever you're at, unless you're at the very end. But yeah, this last one I thought was pretty fun. When fighting a character type swordsman, take and deal increased damage by 25%. So Mihawk, you'd have to add swordsman tag to a bunch of people, but you'd have Mihawk, Ray, pretty much anyone who has a sword in their hand. I think would be great, and I thought it'd be pretty fun. It's pretty cool, so I really liked it. I think it'd be fun, and it's like a double-edged sword. So I do increase damage to you, you do increase damage to me. So it's really nice, and Zoro does beat Pica in the anime, obviously, so it's really nice and really kind of fun. So I thought that'd be a pretty cool thing to do. So, but that is all of our character concept. Now, I know you guys were probably looking forward to Virgo, and I completely forgot to do Virgo, so maybe I'll do a Doflamingo family, Donquixote family round 2, because we still have Sugar, Baby 5. Baby 5's in the leaks, by the way. Virgo, Monet, I could add all of those, so I should do some concepts for them. Maybe I'll do a Donquixote Family round 2 eventually. I'll do a poll in my community post, so be sure to keep a lookout for that. But that is my character concept video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you guys think of it overall. I hope you really, I put so much time and effort into this many hours. And yeah, so that is my character concept video. Let me know what you guys think down below. Who was your favorite? What would you guys change if you could? And yeah, so I'm gonna be taking off here. Let me know what you guys think for sure. I really want to know. I love knowing your guys' feedback. Also, check me out again on Twitch Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Saturday, Sunday at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube. So I will be there. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm your boy Roman Puss. I'm gonna be taking off. Yeah, peace, beautiful people.